Hello, good day. This is Mr. Samuel Shadrack, your knowledgeable and passionate safety professional from the Shadrack Safety Institute. Today we want to look at a brief discussion of the key terms that are used for NEBOSH questions and answers. So first of all, we have some key definitions. The command word outline is by far the most challenging for candidates. What is sought is a brief summary of the major aspects of whatever is stated in the question. Outline simply means to indicate the principal features or different parts of what is being asked for. Usually it can take the form of 2 to 3 sentences with perhaps a brief example. After outline, the written operator when manually closing a valve. An answer such as cuts, bruises, burns, and strain would be insufficient as this represents a listed answer. However, cuts from contact with sharp edges of the hand wheel, bruises from impact with adjacent plant items, burns from contact with adjacent uninsulated pipe work, and strains from using excessive force would be sufficient. Let's take a look at a brief example. Identify health risks associated with exposure to wood dust, 2 marks. Part B, outline control measures to help reduce the health risk from exposure to wood dust, 6 marks. In the first case, 2 marks would be the maximum marks available on that part of the question. Usually 2 responses are needed. In the first instance, the verb used is identify. As such, 1 line is required, such as occupational asthma from inhaling wood dust, nasal cancer from residual dust settled along the mucous membrane. And we have done a third one, dermatitis from wood dust settling on the skin of the worker. Example, the term used for part B is outline. Proper ventilation in the workroom, perhaps from opening doors and windows or from the use of local exhaust ventilation. This would lower the amount of wood dust and the likelihood as well as consequences of harm. The provision and wearing of adequate PPE such as respirators with an assigned protection factor of 20 and over. This would decrease the likelihood of workers breathing in the wood dust. The use of appropriate coveralls, boots, and disposable gloves is also recommended. Group activity, let's go back to this slide. So can you come up with 4 more? You have 4 minutes. If you want to take a look at this part of the question, you can press pause now and come up with your 4 responses to the question. Possible answers. Hopefully you would have come up with some. Workers taking care while handling wood dust, such as avoiding eating with dirty hands, or wiping eyes, as this would allow for absorption or ingestion of dust particles. Health surveillance on workers such as pre and post checkups, job rotation, reducing the frequency and duration of work, substitution of the type of wood if possible, and lastly, avoiding having to cut wood by having it pre-cut, etc. Please leave any comments. This is again Mr. Samuel Shadrack. Thank you for joining us. Until we look at the next NEBOSH question and answer. Goodbye.